Good morning. Today I don't have a lot of time, so we are going to do a 2-minute book review of C.S. Packat's Captive Prince, which is the first book in the Captive Prince trilogy. This story hooked me, immediately. Honestly, I started it and I finished 3/4 of the book in one evening, and then the next day I finished the rest of it, and it was such a quick read and it was so good. Honestly, this book was... I'm having trouble finding the flaws for me in this particular book because it was just so good, and it was fun to read. Now that you have my overall opinion, which is A+, A-, whatever, where it is you live, top marks, this book, Captive Prince, is about a prince who gets betrayed by his brother and sent to live as a slave for the prince of a neighboring country so that the brother can take over the throne, essentially. Is that on the back? Yeah, not a spoiler, it's on the back. And so, things progress from there, and there's a very interesting focus on the cultural difference between the two nations, and I think that was developed really well. A lot of the time, I think it's easy to fall into the trap of writing the societies like stereotypical societies, or societies that already exist. And this doesn't. These two cultures feel very distinct from cultures that we already know about, and also from each other. And there are some things that, are similar to things that happen in Earth cultures, but they're unique. They're their own thing. They're their own place and their own rules and that kind of thing. And it's very interesting. And it's very interesting to watch our main character, who is not a part of these cultures, try to figure out the other one and figure out what's going on in the world and that kind of thing. Yeah, and then again, I also think the characters are very distinct, and I think their motivations are very secure, even if they're shadowy, mysterious, motivations that we don't know exactly what they are at the beginning of the book or throughout the story. I think that the way the characters are written is very complex, and it allows the characters to be people and not two-dimensional, cutouts of characters. Yeah, all in all, I'm just really excited to read the next one. One thing about this book that I would say as a warning, it is more sexual than I was expecting it to be. This is an LGBTQ plus book. It has many characters are gay in these societies. Being gay or interested in someone of the same gender isn't really an issue. In fact, it's kind of the point in a lot of ways, and how they reacted to certain other things in society. So that's fun, but also, this book has a lot more sex and a lot more sexual overtones in it than I was necessarily expecting. I wouldn't necessarily call it erotica, but it does have sex and references to sex a lot. And maybe the next books get into being more erotica-type books. I don't know. But it is for a mature audience, this book, which I as a mature audience, really appreciated that. That's fine, but, if you're 14, probably don't. Or if you're uncomfortable with that, also probably don't. But yeah, overall, great book. I need to get the next one. Yesterday. This book was just such a great, fun, short read, and I want to finish the series. I'm actually having a dilemma about it because I am currently abroad. I'm on a vacation abroad, and so I've read these books, and I want to read the rest of the series, but I don't know if I have space in my luggage to pack the whole series if I buy the trilogy. Do you see the issue here? But, this is the time for myself when I've given myself permission to spend a little money, to have a little fun, so we're having issues. We are having issues. Anyway, that was I don't know if that was 2 minutes. That was probably more than 2 minutes, so yeah. See you next time.